What's up guys, and welcome back to another Love Across the Hudson YouTube video. In today's video, we're gonna give you 5 signs when you know it's time to get your dog either neutered or fixed.
Okay, so number one thing you're gonna notice, especially with a female dog, because we just freshly got our female dog fixed, is that they're gonna start grooming down their private area a lot. And when I mean a lot, I mean a lot.
Yeah.
They're gonna be excessively licking down there. That is gonna be sign number one.
Yeah, and one of the things that we also realize with a lot of that grooming is that it also creates like a smell to it. So when she goes out to pee, which is almost like sign number 2, is gonna be frequent urination. When your dog goes out to pee, they're gonna be peeing in multiple little spots around the grass. It's like marking their territory, something similar to like what the male dogs do. Along with that sign, you're gonna also see a discharge. It's gonna be this gooey like substance. It's like, I don't know, it's very weird.
It looks like mucus a little bit.
Yeah, it's like a mucus.
Yeah.
And it could be like white or yellow, but I think hers was more on like that, like in between color, like yellowy. And I know it's definitely gooey, so that's something you should look out for, is their frequent urination, because they're gonna always want to pee somewhere to leave their mark, to let other dogs know like, hey, I'm here, I'm ready to do the deed. And also you're gonna see that she's gonna have some gooey substance coming out of her vagina area.
And that's sign number 3. Sign number 4 is a funny one, because we have a patio here with a door, and we allow the dogs to go in and out the house all day. And for the last week, our puppy has been literally going outside looking for something and then coming back in. And she's been doing it so much lately. And come to find out that she's trying to escape. Because she's trying to escape to go mate. Now, she hasn't literally hit. She's 6 months next week. She hasn't hit or went into heat yet, but she is definitely she was definitely a couple days from going into serious heat any day. And then step number 5 is going to be this musty smell that they release. Now, this smell can come off to be something to give the male dogs to know that they're about to go into heat. You'll start to smell that.
When she was showing us the signs about her going into heat, she also gave off that smell too. And it wasn't like there was no liquid to that smell. It was just like, almost like gas in a way, because it just like releases, right?
Yeah, it released as if it was gas, but smelled like this fish.
It's like weird to explain, but when you smell
not rotten, it smells very strong.
I would say fishy. I think fishy
smells
is
fishy. Yeah,
to go.
it's very strong at the same time. And it's really that strong for male dogs to want to smell. We have a male dog here who's a year and a half, and he's neutered, but when he smelled that, he would literally be following her and trying to lick her from the back. Yeah, she tries to lick her from the back. I'm just being honest there. So I'm like, yo, what is that smell? And then when I saw that, and then you do the research with it, you come across that they let go of this scent to let other male dogs know that they're ready to go into heat.
So really quick, these are the signs: excessive grooming, excessive urination, sticky substance, gooey substance coming out of her private area, that icky smell,
and trying to escape.
He knows, because he was on that.
Trying to escape.
I did not know that she was trying to escape. I literally thought that she was just trying to go get some air, and I was like, here's the outdoors. For all I know, she could have just jumped off the patio and like go mate or something. And
then the last sign, we know we said 5 signs, but this we feel like is a sign, is going to be the dog is very potty trained, but they're going to be losing discipline on potty training for the fact of they may get inflammation down in, especially we're talking about our female dog, in their vagina. They may get inflammation, and since it's inflamed, it makes all the other organs inflamed with it, and it's hard for them to hold pee and poop with the inflammation. So for an example, it's a confusion. So there was times we go on the crate and we see the yolky thing that she left, and then with poop on the side of it and pee. And we were getting upset, like, oh my God, why are you using the bathroom in here? It made sense when I came across a couple of like websites and vets that were talking about that's normal. Especially if your dog is in heat already, it's totally normal for your dog just to start pooping and peeing everywhere, because it's hard for them to control all of that inflammation at once.
So coming from, 2 people who went through it for now 2 dogs, have a lot of patience because there's gonna be probably different signs that we didn't see in our dog that you might see in your dog. So just Google things, read articles. And before we end this video, I also want to show you her setup. I'm gonna put it in right now. So what you're looking at is, this is our living room. This bed, we actually brought it from New York. We bought this bed for Milo because he was just so pampered. And I bought this bed for him. He didn't even use it. When he actually decided to use it is when he got neutered. It was a great bed because it's big enough and it has a lot of support all over the place. So in the description, I'll link that bed below. It's a great bed and it's a great price. So now as you can see, Blue is on this bed and she is knocked out right now. She is loving it. She's very comfortable, but we also put her in a place where it's easy access to the outside. So we put her close to the patio. This way, if she wakes up and she has to use the restroom for any reason or has to get up and just wants some air, we can just walk her right there and she'll be fine. So we put her right next to there. So this is really our setup. So I would say definitely get a comfortable bed before you decide to get your dog neutered. Make sure you get wee-wee pads because they probably won't have control of that area for a couple days since they're going to be heavily drugged up. Probably won't be able to walk as far, so they might pee somewhere where you don't want them to pee. So have tons of wee-wee pads in hand. And her cone, as you can see that the cone she has is a plastic cone. And I mean, Milo did really well with that cone, so we feel like she's going to do very well with it. But if we decide, if we kind of see that she's not doing so well with this plastic cone, they also have other cones at like Chewy.com or Petco that you can buy that's not so hard. But one thing you definitely want to make sure of when buying a cone is that it goes kind of like further away from their face, if that makes sense, like longer than their nose, I guess, because you don't want them to lick the area that's trying to heal, because you want them to make sure, if you have another dog, also don't let that other dog lick in that area that's healing because they can catch an infection. Those are just kind of some of the things I would suggest, and just make the area cozy and comfortable for them and literally be like, just pamper them because it's so sad. Nice. Yeah. You gotta be nice. Like, I know this video is about Blue, but when Milo got neutered, the first 2 days I had to feed him. Like, I had to take his food and like feed him with my hand because he couldn't even get to the bowl because of his cone. So just be aware of that. Okay, with that being said, we basically recorded us going to pick up Blue after being fixed, and we want to share that with you. It's a nice little sad moment, but memory that we can remember when she feels better, for better days. So other than that, before we give you that little nice little clip, if you haven't subscribed, subscribe, and if you have any comments or concerns, leave it below and we'll make more videos about our pups. Enjoy this nice little short vlog. Peace. Okay, you guys, so we are actually heading now to go get Blue. As you know, we dropped her off about a couple hours ago so she could get neutered. So we cleared up the back because that's where we're gonna put her in. Usually we would have had a towel, but the dogs ruined all the towels that we got them. And this is the face of somebody that is so nervous to see his dog.
I'm so scared right now. I'm so nervous and heartbroken.
Due to it being COVID and this whole pandemic, we have to stay in the car, so we can't physically go in to the animal hospital and get her, so they have to bring her out to us. So we're gonna see her like walk to us, which is gonna be so sad because when Milo walked to us, he did not want to walk. Poor boy. Yeah. So I think this is her. Okay, one sec. Hi, Mom.
I think you brought us our blast dog too, Mama.
I think so.
Hi, Mom. Oh, no.
Everything's in here, medication, paperwork, if you have any questions.
So we're gonna take a potty. Okay, so we are in the elevator going home, and this is Blue's current state. Bite on the crate. Oh, she's just the sweetest girl. She's vocal.